Oh, hey, hello, everyone. We're back. We're finally back. In case you were wondering where I was 2 days ago, well, a Nintendo Direct was happening, and not only did I want to watch it, but at the same time, I figured no one was going to be watching my stream if I was decide to stream, during the Direct. So yeah, that's where I was. So yeah. In case you are wondering, I'm going to say this right now. The stream that was planned for Tuesday will be happening tomorrow, same time as today. Okay, with that out of the way, probably best we get started on what I have planned, because I have one more planned for a Super Mario Bros. Remastered stream, which is this one. And there's one more game well, for now at least, there's going to be another one added later, but for now, there's one more game we have not touched yet. And that will be, in case you can't read the Japanese, this is All Night Nippon Super Mario Bros., the final game included in Super Mario Bros. Remastered. Okay, in case you're unfamiliar with what All Night Nippon Super Mario Bros. Is, a little bit of a history lesson. Like, most of the info has been thoroughly described by the YouTuber GTV Japan. I will link his video in the VOD on, when I upload this to YouTube. So, basically, there's this talk show, I think it was a talk show at least, in Japan, known as All Night Nippon. Basically, they have, like, Japanese celebrities over, they chat with them on air, that kind of stuff. So, around the time Super Mario Bros. Was released, like a year or two later or something, I think, All Night Nippon actually had its anniversary at that point, and they just decided, this new Mario game has just been released and seems to be doing really good. How about we do something with Nintendo for our anniversary? So yeah, several things were done, including a Japan exclusive Famicom only version of Super Mario Bros. Called All Night Nippon Super Mario Bros., which changes the levels up a little. For some reason, as the Goombas and the Piranha Plants look like two of the radio hosts. It looks a bit bizarre. Even the toads are all replaced with celebs that have been appeared on air before. And Peach also gets a unique look to her. And the plot is basically the same, except the Mushroom Kingdom has been replaced by the Viva Kingdom, which comes from their motto Viva Young. That's all I can basically remember from watching GTV Japan's video, but fun fact, that's not the only thing Nintendo ended up doing with well, let's just say that this ultimately led to them collaborating with Fuji TV, which I'll get into when we get to the next game. Anyway, instead of basically just being Super Mario Bros. But slightly different, the Super Mario Bros. Remastered devs retooled this to be a sort of combo game where you need to keep a combo going in order to get a higher rank when you finish a stage. Okay, I suppose if we're ending this, I'm just going to do this with Mario. Also, I'm leaving the infinite lives on, that doesn't really matter, honestly. Like, right here you can notice the mushroom has been placed in the block at the top instead of the bottom one. And yes, a little audience also shows up when you do stuff. So, yeah. Fireflower has been placed a little earlier. Okay, nothing in there. Okay. Now, this is probably the one version of this game I'm the least familiar with, even with Lost Level existing. Although, fun fact, this is not actually a retooled version of Super Mario Bros. It's actually a retooled version of Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels, aka the Japanese Super Mario Bros. 2. So yeah. Well, that's the first level done. Okay. And that's rank B. Brilliant. Okay, just this level I want to try again and see if maybe I can get a bit of a higher score, because why not? Not gonna count on it, mind you, but yeah. Okay. I think this ended up hurting our our combo game. Well, we did get an A, which is better than the B we got earlier. It was a B, right? Yeah. Yeah, it was. Also, the fireworks don't exactly impact it, but okay. Well, let's continue. World 1, Dash 2. Also, the entirety of World 1 was set during the night time in the original version of this game. In Remastered, every world is set during nighttime. So, yeah. Because, you know, All Night Nippon. Ahoy, fellow Finn. Ahoy, my fellow Finn buddy. Inflate the Finn. Wahey! Okay, I gotta do a thing. Hang on. Okay, so, speaking of inflate the Finn. Hang on, I can't really type and talk at the same time, but there we go. Okay, I really want you guys to check out Inflator Finn sometime because, well, first of all, he's a pretty good friend, I would say. Second of all, he's just great. He's hilarious. He's funny. He's witty, just like me. So yeah, thank you. You're welcome. Today I'm planning to wrap this whole Super Mario Bros. Remastered project up. By the way. And as I was saying on your stream, I wasn't actually able to be here on Tuesday, so I'm also streaming tomorrow. So, yeah. Do with that info as you will. Okay. I think this is a good place to get that combo bar going up. Yeah, good thing the coin block was in the same place. Also, I really get a bit of a chuckle out of the 8 bits of woohoo and whistling. It's really funny. Well, we still got an A rank, I suppose. So that's good. Also, I'm going to be honest, I'm probably going to be finishing this way before my 2 hours are up, and I'll see what I'll do then. Maybe I'll just boot up Party Project again, because that's my go-to when in doubt game. Hi Multiverse, good to see you. Okay. Gotta remember to jump on enemies as much as I can as well whenever I see them. Because again, gotta get that bar moving up. Well, we got an S rank here, first S rank of the day. So it's nice. Whew. But yeah, it was pretty frustrating not being able to stream on Tuesday, so I'll be here tomorrow as well as on the same time, like I said. Okay, so rules are a little different for the castle levels. As you can see, I'm immediately at an S rank. That's because there aren't really any enemies to fight in castle levels usually. And now I'm at a P rank, which stands for perfect. Uh-oh. Getting hit will basically cost you that P rank right off the bat, but yeah. Because there's no enemies, it's just basically about go fast and you'll get that P rank. And like I said, the toads have been replaced by celebs who have been on the All Night Nippon radio show in Japan at some point. Okay, I want to get that P rank, I'm going to try again. I know I can do this. I think I've shown you enough for the past few weeks to show I'm pretty good at Mario. Well, mostly Mario 3, because that's basically the game I play every year, so yeah. There we go. P rank obtained. Wahey! I hope sound effects aren't too loud. Nah, OBS is showing that the sound balance is fine. So it probably is. Okay. Will do. Look, I know what they were doing with the Goombas and Piranha Plant, having it look like the radio talk show's hosts. At least the hosts at the time. Or are they still? I don't know. But they do look kind of weird. Let's be honest. Go Mario, go Mario, go. Funny, they also released had a contest going before this game released, where they had to basically write their own song with the World 1-1 theme from this game as the main melody. And the winner was this song called Go Go Mario. Look it up, it's quite cute. In fact, I think they re-released this song this year as part of the 24th anniversary celebrations. So, yeah. But yeah, this fan game is one hell of a love letter if they even included All Night Nippon Super Mario Bros. In it. Also, oop. Also, yeah, you're not hallucinating. That's a radio mic to the right of the little castle. They're not being subtle. Okay, water level time. Now, I did actually get a map of one of the castle level, because they changed the route in the maze one. So, yeah. They also lifted some of the levels from the lost levels, which, yeah. It's not a lot of them, but, everyone knows what, lost levels is like. Very difficult levels. We played those last week. But damn. You know, after playing lost levels so much, you'd think I'd be fine playing through these, but yeah. Also, yeah, there's no checkpoints in this. If you lose a life, you have to start from the beginning. Wouldn't be much opportunity to get a higher ranking if you didn't, so fair, I suppose. Okay, maybe don't go for the coins and try to preserve my ranking. Oh, it dropped down to B. I thought the bar to drop down for that to happen, but okay. This is a ROM Echo standalone thing. Okay, so Super Mario Bros. Remastered is a fan game which includes 4 different versions of Super Mario Bros. So, yeah. Also a level editor, but I think it does need a ROM of the original Super Mario Bros. To actually be able to run, because it needs to pull the assets from there. I'm not going to tell you where to obtain one of those, for obvious reasons. But yeah. It's a fan game, and yeah. Now, because it's basically a remaster of the original game. Yeah, once Nintendo finds out about it, I don't know how they're going to respond, but if it's the usual response, yeah. Because last I checked, which was a few days ago, you should be able to just get it from the devs' GitHub, I think. Okay, that Cheep Cheep threw me the hell off. Thanks. Oh well. Let's try this again. The fish that you did, indeed. Shall we tell him that I'm really a dolphin and dolphins eat fish? Because that's the thing, we do eat fish. You know, we need a third dolphin in this, in this, because then we can make a 3 dolphins walk into a bar joke. Because clearly the bar wasn't low enough. Also, look at that, they're perfect. Swam into a bar, surely. Yeah, true, but we both have legs, so safe to say the third dolphin would also have legs, right? Hello, Juva, good to see you. Pretty sure I've seen you before in Flight of, it's aka Siren's stream, if I recall correctly, in this chat. Yeah, okay, yeah, I thought so. Well, greetings, it's good to see you. But yeah, nice to see you joining a fellow dolphin stream. I know I don't look like a dolphin right now, but is it just my human disguise, which I use exclusively for Mario games? I thought it'd be a funny gimmick. Gimmick. I thought it'd be a funny gimmick, so that's why. Yeah. Okay. So as I said, while the levels are somewhat changed compared to the original Super Mario Bros., they are still mostly the same, so you can still find the same general bonus areas in the same places, I would say. Like, I'm pretty sure that pipe is the same as, yeah, as the original. Okay, there's a star, which take on an interesting design in All Night Nippon. Not sure what it's supposed to resemble, but I never said I was cultured. I only said I'm a dolphin, and look, that should just be proof that this is a human disguise, and I'm not actually a human because I don't know everything about Earth stuff. So yeah. Whew. Okay. Okay. Okay, if there was one more enemy, I would have got an extra life from that. Not that it would have mattered, because I still have infinite lives turned on from last week. Because I was not going to do lost levels without that. Okay, okay, what did I honestly expect was going to happen there? Oh well, oh well. Right, because I have infinite lives turned on, it doesn't give me an extra life from that. Right, I missed that bit. Okay, so if this is outside, where are the lights coming from? I probably shouldn't question video game logic, because you know what happens in platformer games if you question video game logic. Well, nothing, but you would, like, the expected thing to happen would be all the floating platforms come crashing out of the sky, for example. Okay, next level. Okay. I just can't get over the little crowd that appears at the bottom of the screen. They're just so cute. But yeah. Whoop. Can the 2D Mario universe operates on Minecraft physics rules? Minecraft physics rules. You know what? Come to think of it, yeah. Stuff can just show up in there. Indeed, yeah. Not to mention that in a lot of the 2D Mario games, the platforms seem to be made out of block, so... You know, you may be onto something there. Yeah. Okay, those blocks aren't there normally, but... I guess they had to put the mushrooms somewhere. Yeah, there's less fireballs there, even. You know, I would want to be able to chill out in midair. That would be amazing. Like, let's be honest here, that would be really cool. Okay, okay. 5 more worlds to go, and... Oh yeah, we are going to have plenty of time left once I finish this game. And don't you worry, I do have a plan. I was like, what's up with Blockage's face? But then I remembered the combo bar there. I kind of forgot it's there, because if you don't focus on it, it just kind of becomes second nature, I suppose. Also, after last week, I've decided I cannot stand Lucky 2, considering his crazy placements in some of the lost levels. Huh. We've had lost levels, we had sister location. What's next? Okay, there's also in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, there's the technical machine. Anything else? Right. Some places have cat toys for cats. And, you know, just in case you might be unsure about, you know, it being for dogs or not. And then there's also a little message on the back that says it's not suited for small children. So, yeah. I love redundancy humor like that. But yeah, next Mario game in line, if I go by chronological order, is going to be what's it called again? Super Mario Bros. 2. This machine is called the Machine Machine. Exactly. There's a rope run over there, but I don't feel like skipping any levels. I'm doing this properly, damn it. Okay. Yeah. You know, you think that because there's just one of the radio hosts popping out of the pipes instead of piranha plants, it wouldn't hurt to jump onto them, but apparently they still bite. Which leaves some rather unfortunate implications, I would say. Anyway, let's not worry about that. Let's just finish this level up. There. At least we've still got the B, right? Deceptively sharp hair. You know what? Yeah, I can totally see that. Yeah. Just like old anime on my Tomodachi Life Island, who has very spiky hair. Because he's an old man who tries to look like an anime protagonist. Where does he get the hair gel from? Also, yeah, All Night Nippon Super Mario Bros. Actually had unique designs for the mushrooms, where they actually had stalks, instead of being replaced by clouds. Okay. Let's not be stupid this time, let's actually stand on that platform down there first. Fine game, I suppose I'll be boring. How many level-size bonus areas are different in All Night Nippon? A few, I would say, about 5 or so? I don't know. Oops. Also, some of the levels from Lost Levels, which are also featured in All Night Nippon, were lifted from Versus Super Mario Bros., which is going to be added to this game as well in the next major update. Maybe I'll return to this game to showcase that, but I'm uncertain of that. Part of my brain feels like it would be silly to return to this for such a small thing, but then again, I would say that there's probably some games I've streamed before which I might return to at a later date because they're just fun to stream. Like stuff like Hades 2 comes to mind. I really enjoyed streaming that, and I probably should play it again at some point if I don't know what to play. Oh, in case you're wondering what the letter ranking stands for, P stands for perfect, S stands for superb, A stands for awesome, B stands for brilliant, C stands for cool, and D stands for dreadful. Okay, so first Maze Castle. This one is very majorly changed actually, Juva, because normally you would go along the top route here. Except not in this case, because they changed the routes. So instead you go the bottom route. And because you normally go along the bottom here, you take the top route this time. Yeah, it is very mean, yeah. They apparently expected Japanese players to just figure this out back in the day. Well, those lucky enough to get a copy of this back in the day at least. Because the combo thing is actually not a thing in the original either. That was actually added to Remastered to make this more interesting. So yeah. Basically, play better and you'll get a nicer, shinier letter next to the level in the level select screen. Just to show. I've gotten a perfect on this one before, actually. Interesting. Wow, there's only one level I didn't get a perfect on. Okay, let's continue. Okay, yeah, we're definitely wrapping this up pretty early. And I know just what to stream once this is over. Because we will be switching over to a different game because of how much time will be left. So yeah. Okay, slight stutter there, not a fan of that. Could I end this one? Yeah, I could. Okay. I think I have an idea as to how they expect to go for those coins, but oops. Oh well. Also, I completely forgot. Once a combo meter completely drains, you actually get points added to your score. You know, the top score thing, which is just there for decoration, let's be real here. Like, has anyone ever seriously gone for a high score in a Mario game? Not me. I usually just play them to, play through them and then hopefully beat them successfully. Oh, there's the mushroom. Oh, close one. He was about to throw that hammer. Again, Hammer Bros, especially in the original Super Mario Bros. And its different versions, they are mean. They are incredibly mean. Because they throw the hammers very aggressively. And, yeah. That's why you're like 7 years old and it's 80 points, you're awesome, but you know you played this on V4 Plus. True, exactly. Although I think in Super Mario Bros. Deluxe for the Game Boy Color, they did actually tie some unlockables to getting a high enough score. In fact, the first 8 worlds of Lost Levels were added under the name Super Mario Bros. For Super Players on that, and you did need a high enough score to actually unlock those, I think. But that's the only exception I can think of. And I think Super Mario Bros. 3 ties things like the memory magic game and such to your score, but I'm not entirely sure. Also, 69 coins. Nice. Okay, on we go. Okay, now, you know how the original Super Mario Bros. Has repeat of certain levels, but slightly harder? Yeah, not here. Not here. Here they instead replaced them with... Yeah, here they replaced them with levels from lot levels. Also, I am going to have to pick up some speed in order to yeah, there we go. Because this game runs so well, it lets enemies move off screen and thus the timing messed up. Well, I suppose it's the price you pay for a remastered version of the game, which was originally made for the NES. Oops. But yeah, this level layout is pretty familiar, considering we played Lost Levels last week. They did not include the winds or anything from that game, however. Thankfully. Because, yeah. I've already made my disdain for the wind in Lost Levels quite clear, I think. Yeah, there's nothing in the original SMB. Nope. It absolutely is not new. Okay, okay. I know there's the combo meter and me getting, like... Really like you to see letter go up. Look, it's not exactly number go up. But it's probably still in my best interest to be a little careful. Look, I was literally at the end then. Oh, that still got me a perfect. I mean, I'll take it, but yeah. Lovely. Okay. 5-4. Okay, yeah, this is definitely one from Lost Levels. Also known as SMB2J in certain circles. Such as the circle of that stream I sent you guys to last week when I raided after this game. Okay, are you into fire or are you just there for decoration? I think it's just there for decoration, okay. There. To be fair, 5-4 is normally an adjusted version of 2-4, but with a large firebar at the beginning and more firebars added throughout. So, yeah. Okay, what's 6? You. I've really come to hate Lucky 2 in this game. SB2J really likes their long drops and high sink castles. Yeah. Very much so. As well as other nasty things which you never really saw again in later entries. Oh, oops, I seem to be not filling up the combo meter. Oh well. Okay, 6-2. Okay, I'm going to be honest, for some reason I thought the mushroom was logically going to be in the middle one, but I suppose not. Also, oop. Not so come meeting enemies like you got no fire. Touché. Touché, actually. Okay, okay. Oh, hello. Okay, can I safely get her without being mauled by surprisingly deceptively spiky-haired radio hosts? That's certainly a sentence I never thought I was going to say, but I did it anyway. Thanks for that one, Siren. That's a really good joke. Okay, at least the ranking is out of dreadful territory. Up to cool now. At least I think the C stands for cool. I don't think it stands for crap. There. Ah! Oops. I swear, after this I'm never going to be trusting any radio hosts ever again. It's funny because that's a sentence that definitely makes much more sense in context, but yeah. Saying it out loud just sounds really silly. Oh well. Okay, more coins, and would you look at that, I'm at B rank now. I was sure he was going to pop out again, but I guess not. Okay, I'm not going up to that sky area this time. Mushroom? No. No mushroom. Shame. I guess it just wasn't mushroom for them here. Thank you, I do this all the time. And there we go. Now we can kill stuff. There. Go wash your hair so it's less spiky. Okay, okay. Honestly, at some point when people are really like engaging with the stream and such, the jokes basically just write themselves, and it's really funny. Okay, boink. And there. Give me mushroom, please. Thank you. Which does get the combo meter up quite a bit. Although getting hit while on the effect of mushroom drops it again, so... Also, I should not have successfully jumped on that bullet bill. At least it didn't look like I was going to. There. Okay. For some reason there was just one more bullet bill who decided to say hi. Okay, okay. Yeah, this is different. Oh yeah, this is definitely one from Lost Levels. I remember this bit. Yeah. At least did you kill an enemy logic is silly. It is, yeah. It seems like they kept it intact for this fan game. Which is funny because the physics are actually improved compared to the original. Although they are adding an option for physics similar to the original, in case people think they're literally unplayable because the physics aren't terrible enough or something. Ah, I love getting snarky. Why did I think that was a good idea? I mean, I know Bowser looks handsome and everything, but come on, Bradford. Here. Okay, okay. Ooh. Just an enemy? Yeah. Did you do it well when we're done with? Yeah, you killed them. Yep, basically that. Oops. I'm pretty sure later games at least check to see if you're like on top of them. Run. There we go. But that was a close one. Almost got squished under Bowser's admittedly quite a handsome figure. Okay. Oh, there's coins in there. I can use those to increase the bar a little. There. Too high up to get like the usual 15 out of them though. But that's okay. I suppose I was not moving downward enough there. Beep. I swear, Hammer Bros are terrifying. There's a reason they are way less aggressive starting from Super Mario Bros. 3. I'm surprised I survived that one actually. But I suppose we should take those small victories. There. You're at 7 levels to go, and then we're done with Super Mario Bros. Remastered at last. And what are the words? Indeed they are. Okay, well, underwater level time. Yeah, Hammer Bros, they look cool, admittedly, but they are a pain to deal with. Like, basically, if bread in French is pain, then I would own a whole bloody bakery. That's how painful they are. Wait, what? Hey, this one. Wait, what is that hammer for Bowser if I don't have fire? Ah, yeah. I think there's even one in Lost Levels with 8-4, but I don't remember that for sure. What are you doing in the water? Get out. I mean, I know you're technically a turtle and you kinda live in the water, but still. I mean, sea turtles exist, but yeah. And there. Maybe I got that perfect for my troubles. Okay, so what's the next level going to be? Because I think it's one Flux from Lost Levels again, because you know. No repeats. Okay, I think it is, but I also thought that, yes, that game also has these kind of levels. They still suck. That's the second time this stream that happens. If it happens a third time, I am going to I'll see what I'll do. I can't really think of anything I would do, to be honest. Okay. There's a mushroom in the block, I probably don't need it, it's probably not worth the risk. Okay, thank you. Yep. I know this water is technically poison, considering the color palette for the water down there is taken from Super Mario Maker 2. So how do the Cheep survive from that? Okay, I'm pulling up the map now, because they changed the route for this one as well. Okay. First section, go along the top until you get to that bit. Then along... Okay. Oh, this is gonna be the worst. Cheep are secretly made of rubber. You know what, maybe they are. I'm really starting to think so. Okay, so normally this is probably the most confusing level in the original Super Mario Bros. But here we go this way, and you still have to go along the top here. And I think then you take this route and you go along the top here, I think. Let me consult the map again. Let's see. So at those platforms we could... Okay, no, we just... I almost got it right. I just said go past the bottom at the end. My bad. Okay, go this way. That took long enough that I actually lost my combo. And I was because I have no as icons. True. I mean, for some reason they look like they always want to give you a kiss, and I'm like, personal space, I'm taken. Okay, one more world to go. At least I can close this thing now, because I no longer need the map. Okay, World 8. Or alternatively, Welcome to Hell, because World 8 in this game is... in the original Super Mario Bros. This is difficult. Now imagine if the final castle was plucked from Love Level. And put in the first Super Mario Bros. Well, then again, that would not be that bad, considering the rest of World 8 is still the same, but... yeah. And I think World 8 in Love Levels is still worse. World B, meanwhile, is the stuff of nightmares. Whee! No mushroom for my troubles. Damn. Oh well. Okay, okay. Boink, boink, boink. I'd say we're coming up to the goal, but this is World 8, which tends to be quite a bit longer. Try to fucking kill those two replacement Goombas. Shit, yeah. I forgot who exactly the reskins of the Goombas and Piranha Plants are supposed to resemble, but that's because I don't know how to pronounce or read Japanese names, so yeah. Oop. Well, at least I wasn't finding that needle a second time. Ah, take that spot. That was just very comically timed. I was about to say take that spiny and then... Oops. I know the show, but no, it's a radio show thing from Japan. It is, yeah. This game was actually made to celebrate its anniversary and also to celebrate the original Super Mario Bros. Doing so good. Oh, and Lost Levels was already out by that time, if I recall correctly. Also, fun fact. Of course, I'm getting distracted by myself. Fun fact. Nippon is Japanese for Japan, if I recall correctly. It is, right? I'm not just making forward myself. Okay, okay, good. Okay, okay. Okay, that's a relief. Now at least can be confident that I know what I'm talking about. Oh, look at that, an extra life. I only have infinite left. Okay, okay. You know, normally when I do 8 deaths 2 in the original Super Mario Bros., I at least have a mushroom. No such luxury here, because due to how this version of All Night Nippon works, I start every level small, so yeah. Okay, okay, okay. So a lot of people who play this fan game, I noticed they have no clue what this All Night Nippon thing is. They think it's either a band or a TV show, or they mispronounce Nippon. It's funny because, yeah. Okay, to be fair, I didn't know what the entire deal with this thing was until I watched GTV Japan's video on it. He actually made a lot of videos about the older Mario games, so he's definitely worth checking out. Again, when I upload this VOD to YouTube, we'll leave both his channel and his video in the description of that. Oh, well, funny. The thing that happened in my first stream on this game happened again. Where a Koopa Shell was about to go down a hole, and I accidentally hit the side of it. Look at me, achieving all the achievements in silliness today. Oh well. There. Alright, 8S3 is coming up, and that level loves to throw hammer bros at you without any blocks for them to stand on. So they are level with you, and you somehow have to get past them at the right moment. Or remember to kick a Koopa Shell away. Oh, a B rank, I'll take it. Okay, they do start us off with still giving us the blocks, but that's not going to last. Also, surprise, surprise, we actually get a mushroom. Bang. Okay, I really want that mushroom. It'll make me feel safer going through the rest of this level. There we go. I mean, I did technically get the mushroom. Okay, third time's the charm. Okay, the bullet bill was far enough away that it wasn't going to chase me. Okay, okay. There we go. Okay, bar go up or not yet? Or let her go up, I mean. Let her go up is definitely a sentence. So, come out of the pipe, Mr. Somehow spiky hair. I don't know his name, so if he somehow seems to be watching this, I'm so sorry. Whee! Alright, alright, alright. An A rank, which is definitely an improvement over what I had last time. I think that was the only D rank I had. Okay, one more level to go. And would you know it, this one's from Lost Levels. Yay. Okay, I think we need to go into this pipe. Oh yeah, this looks promising. If we somehow manage to do this fast enough, we will keep our perfect. As if. Also, yeah, mushrooms out here, because I do still have the setting enabled that makes the level design slightly more fair. Hopla! Oh yeah, this is also the castle that throws everything and the kitchen sink your way, so... yeah. Oh. Right. I forgot about that. I forgot it includes the maze feature in the level. Okay, okay, I can do this. Apparently I cannot do this, but okay. I forgot to change the route for this. Oh, oh, I see what they are doing. I see what's going on here. It's sending us back into a loop because we're supposed to take a pipe, not... well, right, because in the original we just loop. But it doesn't do that in this version because that would not play nice with the widescreen, so yeah. Also, oops. Again. Whee! Was I supposed to take this pipe instead? No, I can't. Okay, it's not this one. Is there another pipe around here? Oh, it was really that. Okay. I had completely forgotten about that. Okay, carefully. There we go. Okay. So far so good. Jeez, it's cloudy outside. I might need to turn the light on, which is really weird to say, considering it's almost summer, which means that it's going to be peak daylight hours. But yeah. Can I go past, please? Oops. Okay, I'll wait for this firebar to swing by. There we go. Okay, don't be stupid this time. There we go. Okay, there's a fake Bowser on that level. Still intact. Bruce? Who's Bruce? Well, is that what people start to nickname him because of that thing the Japanese booklet says where it's like, is this his brother? But then following it up with, no, absolutely not. You'd be ridiculous to think that's true. I suppose the reskin of Bowser needs a nickname. Anyway, we made it! Why? Also because I'm playing as Mario instead of Luigi, Toadette, King K. Rool or something. It actually rhymes properly now. But also on the speedrunning fans calling me, yeah. I see. Beachheim. What's that? Oh, Hime, my bad. Yeah. He's wearing a very Japanese looking... What do we call that? Is it a kimono? Anyway. Maybe it was just a stage play all along. Yeah, it would be ridiculous, right? Anyway. Let me just shut this game off.